But states have to remember that if they're encouraging people to gamble, they're responsible for the negative consequences too, and they have.
In West Virginia, those who get vaccinated could win some major prizes, like a chance to win a college scholarship or a new pickup truck. It's part of a new push from the state to get more shots in arms. Right now, 41% of residents there are fully vaccinated, and 51% have had at least one dose.
Things like college scholarships or $1 million. That's happening here in West Virginia, too, starting on June 20th. But there's also some things that officials tell me they hope it to be a wild and wonderful twist. They're giving away lifetime memberships, lifetime licenses to the fishing and hunting clubs. They're also doing things like giving away a Ford F-150 trucks, as you mentioned, every week for 5 weeks starting at the end of June. And the commercial. They're giving away 5 shotguns and 5 hunting rifles as well, just for the fully vaccinated or even partially vaccinated. And there's also a new morning consult poll out in May that said that 28% are simply unwilling to get the vaccine, and they're telling a pollster that they're unwilling to get the
California is giving away the largest pot of vaccine prize money in the U.S. in an attempt to get millions more inoculated before the state fully reopens next month. A total of $116.5 million in cash and gift cards will be up for grabs to those who will get vaccinated in the state before June 15th.
We are setting aside incentive cards, 2 million incentive cards on a first come, first served basis for individuals that are eligible to get a vaccine, that seek to get a vaccine. That's effective today in the state of California. If you're 12 years or older, you can receive a $50 incentive card. On June 15th, we are going to make available to 10 individuals, everybody that has been vaccinated in the state of California, with a few caveats, and I can talk through those caveats, but the vast majority of Californians eligible that have received a first dose, those that seek to get a first dose before June 15th, $15 million that night will be distributed, $1.5 million prizes for 10 individuals.
The ongoing vaccine crisis is a scandalous inequity that's perpetuating the pandemic. More than 75% of all vaccines have been administered in just 10 countries. I'm calling on member states to support a massive push to vaccinate at least 10% of the population of every country by September, and a drive to December to achieve our goal of vaccinating at least 30% by the end of the year. This is crucial to stop severe disease and death.
But we are where we are, and incentives have long worked, and incentives are indeed what we are advancing here today. It was, in fact, a week ago, a little over a week ago, on Thursday of last week, that we announced a $116.5 million commitment in our totality of incentives coming from the state specifically. All right, so we got the first 5 numbers, and again, these are unique numeric identifiers that connect to a name, so they're real winners here. $50,000. Each one of these balls represents $50,000 check that individuals receive when they get their second shot. We will start with number 18.
18.
There you are. And we'll find out where number 18 is.
18?
Mendocino
County.
We got number 25.
25.
Where's number 25 from? Here you go. Oh,
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Number 43. Where's 43? Aha, Santa Clara. Number 3. Where's number 3? Oh, look at that, Alameda. You know where Alameda is. And the last one this week, $50,000 ball going to whoever of the 21.5 million Californians that just randomly has the number 40. 40. And that person resides in unbelievable Santa Clara. Look at that. Do this again, another 15 people, $50,000. We just handed out $750,000.
Getting vaccinated could win you $5 million in New York now. Governor Cuomo just announced the Vax and Scratch campaign. Anyone who gets vaccinated Monday through Friday next week at one of 10 locations across the state will get a lottery ticket. It's worth $20, and the top prize is $5 million. But there are also 12 other prizes, and the governor says your odds of winning are pretty good, 1 in 9. So it's just another creative incentive to get that vaccine.
More states have decided to have lottery jackpots for people who get their COVID vaccine. New York will offer a Vax and Scratch promotion that awards lottery tickets to people 18 and older. And in Maryland, anyone who is vaccinated will automatically be entered into a daily lottery. The grand prize drawing will be for $400,000.
That's right. You could win $1 million, and you might already be entered. Anybody who got the vaccine in Colorado or who gets the vaccine will be an automatic participant in not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 drawings for $1 million, a total of $5 million that will be given away to people who have received the life-saving vaccine in Colorado. Coloradans are powering the comeback every day by being vaccinated. And to help get us over the hump, we're launching Comeback Cash. This is with money that otherwise would have gone towards advertising and marketing. We are doing a drawing to make sure it goes right to you. Everybody who has already gotten vaccinated can be part of this drawing, already is entered in the drawing. If you get it in the next few days, you'll be part of it too. We're going to draw the first winner and have it announced Friday, June 4th. And you'll need to get the vaccine by June 1st to make sure you're part of that first drawing for the June 4th giveaway. If you miss that date, you will still be part of the subsequent drawings on the next 4 weeks over time to make sure that that you have a chance to win $1 million. 5 Coloradans will be walking away with $1 million giveaway, comeback cash, that you can use on whatever you like, simply by taking the sensible step of being vaccinated like I have, like my friends and family have, like my parents have, and like so many Coloradans already have, well over 50%.
Well, here's a new twist for you today. The Kentucky Lottery announced that if you get your COVID-19 vaccine, you could also win $225,000.
Starting on Monday, anyone 18 years or older getting the COVID-19 vaccine at Kroger or any Walmart location that sells lottery tickets could win a chance at $225,000. According to the Foundation for a Healthy Kentucky, those who are still reluctant to get the vaccine include 34% men, 43% conservatives, and nearly 35% of those who live in rural and suburban areas. Recently, Governor Beshear called on more agencies and businesses to help with creating incentives to help encourage more Kentuckians to get the vaccine.
Through this effort, we can reach that critical mark of 2.5 million Kentuckians vaccinated and reopen our state.
The first winner, Abigail Buginski from Silverton, congratulations.
From that same lottery, 8th grader Joseph Costello took home a full college scholarship, all thanks to their vaccine shots. Almost 3 million Ohio residents signed up to get vaccinated after hearing they could win big.
It's for a great cause because we're getting a lot more people vaccinated because of this lottery.
Eugene Ray traveled from the Bronx to Manhattan just for those tickets.
The lottery ticket convinced you to get a shot.
That's right.
Why is that?
Because I can always use extra money.
In the United States, more than half of the population has had at least one vaccine dose, but that number is starting to plateau, and so governments and businesses are offering enticements. From a year of free flights from United Airlines,
here he goes, LeBron,
to basketball tickets, or at this Times Square clinic, free donuts.
Here at the American Museum of Natural History, the freebie up for grabs, tickets, and a cool experience.
You get 4 people to come in for free at the museum. Got vaccinated right under the whale. Pretty dope. The whale got a big Band-Aid on it. It's pretty funny. Yeah, it's nice.
I was against the mandatory testing.
For this New York nurse, it's all a bit much. She's choosing not to get the vaccine, and no prize will convince her.
I think it's ridiculous if you have to bribe someone to get a vaccine. That's not a good sign. Johnson & Johnson.
For these tourists from Colombia, no prize needed. They're just happy to get the shot.
So did you come here just to get the vaccine?
Yeah, to New York, yeah.
The true test of the incentives may come on the 4th of July, the White House's deadline for 70% of U.S. adults to have at least one
Tonight,
dose.
Abigail Buginski is a millionaire just for getting vaccinated.
I still can't believe it.
She became the first winner of Ohio's $1 million vaccination jackpot.
It feels like this is happening to a different person.
And 14-year-old Joseph Costello won a full-ride college scholarship.
I was very happy about it.
The Ohio lottery, just one of several state incentives to get people vaccinated as travel ramps up to pre-pandemic levels ahead of the holiday weekend.
Do you
feel comfortable traveling right now?
I do. I've been traveling over the past year. I feel pretty safe, yeah.
Travel experts predict 37 million people will get away this weekend, with nearly 2.5 million Americans boarding airplanes, up almost 600% from this time last year.
We expect this week to be 115,000, 120,000 passengers each day.
Miami International Airport offering on-site vaccinations for travelers. This as more states lift mask restrictions across the country. New Jersey will no longer require masks indoors starting Friday, just a day before Massachusetts fully reopens. New York sending mobile vaccination buses to the beach, as Connecticut's governor encourages people to enjoy the summer.
Today, I'm telling you, get out of the damn house.
But not everyone is totally ready to return to normal.
If people aren't social distancing, wearing a mask, then I won't be in that area.
President Biden wants 70% of all American adults to have received at least one shot by July 4th. So far, already about half of all states are on track to make that deadline.
Yeah, it's extensive and also expensive for the state, but the governor says it will be well worth it all if it can convince some folks who've been reluctant to get the vaccine to come down to their pharmacy and get the free shot, which will give them a free lottery ticket, essentially. But as you're about to hear, not everyone is fully convinced. It's not enough to convince everybody. The governor's shot of a lifetime, as he's calling it, starts next Tuesday. That's when weekly $250,000 jackpots will be given out to someone over 18 who has been vaccinated. After 4 weeks of those drawings, there will be an additional $1 million winner selected July 13th. Those between 12 and 17 years of age have a chance at winning college tuition funds. Alaska Airlines vouchers are up for grabs, along with Seahawks and Kraken tickets. Game consoles will be given away as well. While it's an incentive to get more people vaccinated, anyone who has already received their vaccines qualifies.
The pandemic has threatened our right to live healthy lives. And the choices we make, like getting a vaccine, is how we preserve that strength in our community. The vaccine is the greatest tool against this virus, and this virus is still very, very active.
Listen, some people just don't want to get it done. You know, I know a lot of people who haven't had it done. I know a lot of seniors that just, you know, they stayed at home and, you know, and people are skeptical, though. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is.
It's a little bit concerning how few people have, or how it's starting to plateau. So, yeah, whatever we can do to help it grow, you know.
As you guys said, starting May 26th, the state, Ohio, will award $1 million each week to an adult who has received at least one dose of the COVID vaccine. There will be 5 total drawings, and residents under the age of 18 who are eligible to receive a COVID-19 vaccine will be entered into a drawing for a chance at winning a full 4-year ride to one of the state's universities. It's news that has the entire state and the country talking, while some are as enthused.
I think it's a great opportunity for people not only to get vaccinated, but to make money. It's actually pretty cool.
You know, you shouldn't be incentivized to get something for health purposes, and also, like, if DeWine's going to be giving money to people who have been vaccinated, like, where is that coming from?
You know, DeWine said it will be paid using federal coronavirus funds.
To combat slowing COVID vaccination rates, CVS giving away big prizes to those who have gotten or will be getting jabbed.
Yeah, big inducements here. Any adult who's been vaccinated through CVS or does it by July 10th can register for its One Step Closer sweepstakes starting next week. The biggest giveaways, they're pretty big. $5,000 cash prizes for family reunions, 100 7-day cruises on Norwegian Cruise Lines for 2, a VIP trip for 2 in partnership with Procter & Gamble to Super Bowl 56, a VIP package with iHeartRadio to the iHeart Music Festival, and with dating site Hinge, a $5,000 gift card for what they're calling the ultimate date, and hostel stays with Wyndham as well. Now, do these giveaways work? CVS could be the first corporate vaccine giveaway on this scale. The company says it is part of the federal retail pharmacy partnership. It wants to step up, but certainly getting folks vaccinated in their stores, Andrew, not a bad thing for revenues.
What a push. Get your shot for a shot to win. Following programs in Ohio and New York, Maryland now has a COVID vaccine lottery system. Insured, get vaccinated, and you could get a chance to get paid for it.
Kelly, there's a whopping $2 million up for grabs, and most notably a $400,000 jackpot, which will be awarded to one single vaccinated winner on the 4th of July. Governor Larry Hogan announced any state resident at least 18 years of age who's already been vaccinated or gets vaccinated within 24 hours of a drawing will have a shot at daily drawings of $40,000 for 40 straight days, with a grand finale on Independence Day. The first drawing will be held next Tuesday, May 25th.
If you've not been vaccinated yet, the sooner you do so, the sooner you get your shot, the more lottery drawings you will be eligible for. All winners will be notified by the Maryland Department of Health, and all funding is being provided from the Maryland Lottery's Marketing Fund.
California is the latest state to announce a special lottery to get residents vaccinated. The cash prize, more than $116 million. So we're seeing more and more states use these types of incentives to get shots into people's arms, something the White House is praising. But for people with gambling problems, vaccination lotteries can be a trigger, and some worry about a relapse.
One of the things we know that during the pandemic, the stress, the social isolation, the anxiety, the financial losses, all four of those factors are triggers or associated with higher rates of gambling problems. Then, as you say, it's never been easier to gamble from your phone, from your home. And we believe that, too, is driving up the risk for gambling problems during the pandemic and now as we're coming out of the pandemic and casinos reopen. Well, everything that makes the lottery attractive for the 98% of people without gambling problems makes it addictive for the 2% or 6 million Americans who are unable to resist the urge to gamble, who, even if they're not paying to enter the lottery, can still feel that same excitement, that tension, that need, and it can risk relapse for them, and it can risk them going back to gambling and developing all sorts of negative consequences.